Hello there, tutor, classmates, and the people who make see this video. My name is Reiner Quintero. I am currently studying a bachelor's degree in foreign languages with emphasis in English at the University UNAD. In this opportunity, I am going to record for you this video and I am going to explain about a document I just read about the regulation of pedagogical practice in my educational process as teacher in training. This corresponds to the course Integral Pedagogical Practice. So I am going to explain my understanding. I just want to talk one by one of the articles I read for this activity. So let's get started. Article number 12. This is about the working experience that we can achieve or could have achieved as teachers in different institutions. This article refers that we shouldn't identify or have this experience in our process at the university. And I really don't agree with this. I am sure we learn every day, and every practice course that I have seen at the university are different, and the theory and the practice match and have some relationship. But I think that maybe if we as students have had the opportunity to teach English in another institutions, we should have that experience as a part of our process. I am talking about maybe here hours, or maybe I could suggest that we should have the time we teach for different institutions as our practice, because I am talking about people who work and study, and this is my case. I work for institutions where I teach English, but this experience doesn't count for me. So I don't agree with article number 12. Let's go with the article number 13. This refers to the different kind of activities that are requested in our scenario as teachers in training. So this is allowed and assigned for the institution where we are going to be in training. So this refers to the fulfillment we should have, and we should try to respect the different standards. I agree with this article because when we start to work or see or study a course, a pedagogical practice course, it is known that we should link with an institution requested for the university. So I think that obviously as a student, if I am studying, I am going to fulfill with my duties. So I agree with this article. Article number 14. This is about the actuation I am going to have in my institution where I am going to be doing my practice process. There are different things I should take into mind, like the integrity of the teacher, the dialogue I am going to have with the members of the institution, the way as we're going to deal with the students and the form we are going to teach, the respect we should have. And obviously, if I am going to be preparing as teacher, I am going to give a good service because obviously I am going to teach another language and this is my process, this is my experience. So I have to do it properly. So I agree with this article. The article number 18 is related to the assessment learning. So this is how we can use different methodologies to learn and teach. So this is the best way we should take into account at the moment we want to teach a second language. So this is related, this article is related to that, to how we are going to assess and how we are going to learn. So I agree with this article. So I just consider that my duty is try to look for the best way to have or provide an efficient education. Article number 19. This is about the evaluation of my process as a student in my teaching in the institution where I am going to be in training. So this is related to the different terms I am going to take into account at the moment to do this process, the time, the way how I am going to be with the students, the schedules, the forms, the hours I am going to complete. And I think that I just take this into mind because I just try to give my best when I am under this process. Article number 20. This is about how, in my position as a student, I could fail my cards, my pedagogical practice cards. There are different items I should fulfill in order to approve the course. So the first is I have to try to establish a connection with another institution in order to have my practice process. I should know that about the time, the hours, sorry. If I am going to teach different hours, I am going to try to talk that about the institution where I am going to teach in order to fulfill this, because if I don't, I am going to fail the course. In order to change my practice scenario, I just need to talk and try to communicate with the university in order to establish the communication and let them know that I am going to do my practice in another institution. For example, the next one is about how I should try to fulfill the rules of the university, the different agreements as a student, and the same way the institution where I am under practice. So I must fulfill this. It is important to fulfill with the different rules that the university and the institution can set for me. The last one is about that the teachers from the university or my institutions, if they consider that maybe I have made a fail and I know that I should fix this and mend this and I don't do it, I am going to be penalized with the fact of do not fulfill with the course, so I am going to fail the course. I agree with this article because as students, my duty is be responsible and try to give my best to the institution and the university. And the last ones are the Article 21, sorry. These are my duties as teacher in training. So the university has given me different rules or politics I must fulfill, like read the different agreements that the institution has for me, the different responsibility duties I have to be affiliated to some healthy institution like EPS or CISBAN, try to have the time I need to complete my course, try to fulfill with the different activities. I know that I have set dates to deliver my activities, etc. And this is how I should act as a student. There are politics I must fulfill. So I agree with this because I consider I am a person who is very responsible and I try to give my best when I am studying or when I have to teach a class or prepare different things, I try to give my best. So I just understand this and I always try to read our politics. I am not going to talk about all of them because the video time is going to extend that I don't want that. Next one is the article number 22. These are the rights I have as teacher in training. So as the same way I have duties or rules to fulfill, I have rights in my training process. For example, my right is to be linked to an institution, to have my practice process, to have different tutors who can guide me in my process as a student, to try to be taught in different things. Maybe if I don't understand how to develop an activity or how to carry on a process, I should have a tutor. And at the same way, I am going to give a continuous support in my process. So this is important. I have these rights. I also have a right to be affiliated to uh, the ARL, that is an important document where my information is set for my process as teacher in training. And the last one is the article number 23. This is about how I should be as teacher in training in the different practice scenarios and the different institutions where I can develop my process as teacher in training. So this is about different laws. So my necessity here is to try to have a certification when I want to be or take part of this process. So I try to notice that I have duties to fulfill. I have my process as teacher in training. I should have time. At the same time, the university is going to respect that maybe I have a working schedule, and they try to look for the best way in which I can teach and I can work with the university and the institution in order to fulfill with all my duties. So I just have to admit these articles are very interesting. I just didn't agree with one of them about it is the article number 14, because I think the university should try to consider the fact of recognize it is the article number 12. I said 14. Number 12, university should try to consider the fact of accepting our working experience as teachers. And I nothing more. This is the last part of the video. I just hope I have had the good language and the good speaking skills in order to try to give you an understanding or express my understanding about these articles and about this regulation of pedagogical practice document. I think it's interesting. I just read all the documents, but I wanted to speak about these articles. Not being more, I just hope you could have enjoyed this video, and we are going to meet until next time. Bye-bye.